you about two people who are in love with the same person. So it looks like we've got ourselves a little bit of a love triangle, and we've got the heart from the romantic Lenormand as well as the bear. And when I saw the bear card, it was like, may the best man win, and also made me think of that scene in Legends of the Fall. And if you know what I'm talking about, Brad Pitt, his character apparently like fights a bear. Not recommended. Don't try this at home. But we have in that movie two brothers who at one time or another, actually three of them, were in love with Susanna's character. So I feel like we've got a little bit of a messy love triangle here. Hello, Dracula. How are you doing today? Let's call on spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box along with more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. And you can also find a link to my Etsy shop if you're interested in a homemade soy candle. That is also in the description box. All right, let's dive in. I think we're going to go with... we're going to start with the Dali Tarot. What else do we have regarding this love triangle, please? What else do we have? Ten of Swords. Eight of Cups. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So we have somebody who walks away, I guess kind of like Tristan did, right, in that movie, and ends a romantic connection, leaves somebody in a state of confusion where they're wondering, is this ever going to be a relationship again? Are you ever coming back? Or should I get involved with somebody else? And I think the answer to that is yes, I guess I will get involved with someone else, because I don't know if this first person that I fell in love with is coming back. But there's still a tie to that original person that they were in love with. I have to be cautious because we got some nakedness here. But we have with the Star and the Five of Cups, someone who still feels like drawn to or connected to a person who is no longer there. Someone who is traveling, or maybe even somebody who has decided to date someone else. So they decide, okay, I guess it's time for me to accept that that relationship isn't going anywhere, even though I still feel connected, or I still feel like I'm in love with that person. It's time to just like move on, right? Hello, Keegan Choler. How are we doing? Are you all right? Hello, Pretty Nikki. How are you doing? Hello, The Canvas. What's up? Hello, Carrie. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Diksha. Do personal questions after the general reading in about 30-31 minutes, with priority to those who tip or donate. So you can put your question in a super chat and I will add it to the list for later. Otherwise, enjoy the general reading. We've got the Chariot and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's someone here who had to go away to school, or someone who had family obligations, or like I just said, maybe even got distracted by another person they wanted to date. But there's still this connection when someone new makes an offer to the heartbroken individual here. So this Knight of Cups is somebody who may even be aware, you know, maybe you still have a little bit of affection for, or, you know, wishing that there would be another chapter with this person. But, you know, I'm right here. and maybe I could make you happy. Maybe it's not just that one person that is your soulmate. Maybe I could actually make you feel pretty happy too. So this is someone who decides, okay, I can't wait forever for that one person that I loved. So I'll see what happens getting into a relationship with you. But it seems more like an arrangement, like a convenient marriage or relationship, right? With the devil, there's still this obsessive thinking about that first love. Hey y'all, I just told you how to ask a question. So let's not repeat, please. What else do we have? The High Priestess. And the Six of Swords in the reverse. It's like someone's time away ends up taking longer than expected. I mean, in that movie, Tristan goes like around the world and is gone for years. And so Susanna is just eventually like, okay, I guess I should marry the more responsible brother. What was his name? Albert, maybe? And then, of course, Tristan returns and her emotions are still very, very present. What else do we have? Three of Wands. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So someone shows back up. Someone comes back home, or somebody makes contact after their former lover had moved on. So the person who's coming back around, I feel like this would be the King of Swords. Does not mean that they have to be a man. But the King of Swords is the one who felt like they needed to go elsewhere or do something different. And the person who was obsessed with them was like, okay, maybe I need to just like cut my losses and be with someone else because I don't want to be alone forever. Hey Cheryl, please don't repeat your message. If you would like me to pull some cards for you, you can put your request in a super chat. Poonam, you've been here for a few minutes now when I've explained that like 3 times. So I'm putting you in a little baby timeout, okay? If you would like to repeat your question, you can put it in a super chat. Otherwise, enjoy the general reading. I find my souls at the shoe store. Hello, famous Seamus. How are we doing today? So they decide, okay, I'm gonna give up, you know, I'll get into this other relationship and whatever will be, will be. This person that they decide to get into a relationship with may not be the end all be all or, you know, the person that they're always thinking of, but it's someone who's reliable. King of Cups, I can learn to love them. But this entire time, they're still holding on to that love that they have for the King of Swords. And then the King of Swords comes back to find that the person that they were in a relationship with, or the person that they had, you know, kind of left behind, is now dating someone else, a friend of theirs, or perhaps even a relation of theirs. Hey Candace, I've explained to you how that works. I'm putting you a little baby time out as well. Okay, guys? Please don't repeat your messages in the live chat. I've told you how to get me to pull some cards for you, okay? Hello, Dewan. How are you doing? We've got the Seven of Wands, Six of Cups in the reverse, and the King of Wands. So now they're back and there's this tension, there's this awkwardness. I can tell you still have feelings for the person who left and came back around. I can tell that there's still this like longing, or you still cherish the memories you made with this person. But I thought you chose me. I thought I had won your heart. But you're over here still thinking about that other person. So we might end up having a bit of a physical confrontation or an awkward argument. Maybe even a family dinner that gets a bit tense. Because one of them feels kind of like they won the day. They got their person, maybe even got married like in that movie. And the other one's like, yeah, but I know that they still want me. Awkward. Just a little bit awkward. This is the Grand Tarot Beline. What else do we have? Queen of Cups. You know what's interesting about this Queen of Cups depiction is I don't normally see a Queen of Cups holding a chalice and also a sword. Isn't that crazy? Hey Zosa, I'm just removing your question because you're repeating it. I've just explained if you would like me to pull some cards for you, you can put your request in a super chat. Otherwise, please just enjoy the general reading. But if you spam the live chat, I'm going to have to put you in a timeout, okay? So the fact that this Queen of Cups has both the chalice and the sword makes me feel like we have someone who hasn't really warmed to their relationship. They still have this distance or this inability to fully connect to their partner because they still carry feelings or desires for that person who walked away, the King of Swords. They still want something with that person even though they got ghosted or left behind. Their new partner can sense that there is some like wishful thinking, like maybe I should have waited, or maybe I should jump ship and go try to get like renew my relationship with that other person. So justice is about decisions. And then we have the Magician in the reverse and the Three of Swords in the reverse. Can we reconcile? Can we get back together? But you're already in a relationship. You know what I mean? Uh-oh. Okay. Well, so the new relationship never really took off. There was still always these obsessive thoughts with that Devil card about the person that had left. I still think about the King of Swords. Doesn't have to be a man, by the way. I still think that maybe we could get back together. I still feel like at some point there's going to be a conversation that changes everything. And maybe I'll break someone's heart, but that's just how it is. All's fair in love and war. Hello, Joy. Hello, Neon. Hello, Matt. How you doing? What else do we have? The Five of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Four of Swords in the reverse. I never got over you. I never stopped hoping that you would come back around. I may have, entertained a few other people, including maybe your best friend or your sibling or your cousin. But it's okay. You're still the only one I really think about. Awkward. Hello. It's hard for me not to say Hardin. Tell me if you want me to say it differently. But when I see that, I think of the word garden in Spanish. Let me write that down for you and let me know if I'm saying your name in a way you would not like me to say it. And thank you for the tip. Great question. What's my position in life and spirituality? And I'll start those personal questions in about 20 minutes. Feel free to enjoy the general reading until then, but you would be the first one on the list. Oh, your poor beard. I hope it gets better. It's been pretty hot lately, hasn't it? A little bit crazy. Hello, music. How are you doing? All right, thank you, Hardin. Music, you can scroll up and see that super chat if you want to put your request in there. I will pull some cards for you after the general reading. So we have the Emperor in the reverse. Oh, because the person who was able to like get into a relationship with this heartbroken Queen of Cups, they're feeling like they've lost control over the relationship. They're feeling like they're going to lose this connection because the King of Swords has come back. Oh, I believe it, Joy. I hope you're able to stay cool despite the heat. And I actually got caught in the rain earlier, so it's not as bad here today. All right, what else do we have? Please. We have the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. There's a desire to have a conversation. I know it's been a while, but I've always considered you to be the one that got away. I know that I've been in a relationship, but I've just been like waiting for an opportunity to talk to you and figure out whether or not you also miss me. Surely you do. No, I don't, and don't call me Shirley. Sorry. We have Justice in the reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Unfortunately, it looks to me like the kind individual who has been in a relationship with this Queen of Cups is, yes, losing control of the situation. And their fear is that this Queen of Cups is just going to, you know, jump right back into a connection with their friend or whoever it was that walked away, that King of Swords. Because in the Queen of Cups' mind, they are like, that's my soulmate. That's the person I'm supposed to be with. So Justice is in the reverse because this Queen of Cups doesn't feel bad about still having feelings for the person who left all those months or years ago. So we have the Hierophant in the reverse and the Moon. I'll divorce you or I'll end that relationship because I know I'm supposed to be with this King of Swords. That's my person. You were just kind of like a placeholder. So the Emperor in the reverse is not too pleased about this development. I thought we were together. I thought you were, you know, my partner. And now it looks like you've changed your mind and you're just, you know, giving up on us. Hello, Rachel. What's up? LOL, that. Hello again, Ezio. How we doing? What are people saying and thinking about me? I've added that for you. Thank you, Ezio. funny, key controller. What else do we have, please? We have the Wheel in the reverse and the King of Swords. Uh-oh. So I'm going to end my relationship in hopes that I can reconcile with the King of Swords. I feel like they've missed me as much as I've missed them. And I never really felt like the relationship with this Emperor in the reverse was my destiny. So we have the Sun in the reverse. They may even confess I've always still, you know, felt connected to this person or felt like that was the one that I was supposed to end up with. Hello, Gerasimos. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Is it Gerasimos? Hello, Victoria. Thank you for the tip. If you don't mind including your question within the super chat, that makes it a lot easier for me, but I'm going to write down your name and keep my eyes peeled for your question. Thank you for the tip. There might be a straight up like fist fight or melee or somebody getting froggy. We have Temperance in the reverse. Three of Swords. I never really thought that we were supposed to be together. I know that this is probably going to break your heart, but that's just how it is. And the Emperor in the reverse is trying to prevent this heartbreak by saying, no, 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 you chose me. We're supposed to be together. I've been by your side and helped you like move past these issues or these frustrations, and you're just going to, you know, forget about me? That's crazy. What should I be doing? While waiting for my husband? Will he be coming back? I've added that for you. Thank you, Victoria. And thank you, Joy. I'm going to add that for you as well. Love life and job situation advice. Thank you, Joy. I've added that for you. Hi, Sia. You've added that multiple times. Could I just please ask you if you want me to pull some cards for you? Go ahead and put that request in a live chat or super chat, excuse me, and I'll put that on the list. But you've asked or you commented that multiple times, and I feel like you've heard me talk about how to do it, okay? All right, let's see what we've got with some oracle cards, shall we? This is the Gilded Reverie. What else do we have about this love triangle, please? What else do we have about this love triangle? You're welcome, Joy. The Owls. So there's some gossip going around about the return of the prodigal son or of the King of Swords. And people seem to know that this departure that took a very long time had been like detrimental or heartbreaking for this Queen of Cups, but that their return could be even more upsetting for the Queen of Cups' new partner, the Emperor in the reverse, who never really seemed to be taken seriously as the Queen of Cups' partner. So we have the Anchor and the Ring. This could be somebody who literally got married to the Emperor, but is fine with walking out on that relationship. Hello, Rob. If you want to, please put your comment in English. That's the only way we can moderate them, okay? Joey, sometimes gotta give people space. You don't know what's going on, and it could very well be that the relationship is on ice right now for people to heal, so let's not be too judgmental, okay? Okay, I was literally just thinking that. Like, am I supposed to be calling you Joey instead of Joy? My bad. I will call you Joey. That's a good way to explain it. Hello, Stephanie. How we doing today? Let me add that for you. What is coming towards me in career? I've added that for you. So we do also have the bouquet coming through and the fish. So the fact that the King of Swords is back in town gives the Queen of Cups hope that maybe they're back in town to get back together with the Queen of Cups. Something tells me that's not what's really going on here. So let's get a few from the Witch's Tarot. So what's actually going on with this King of Swords? Is the King of Swords trying to get back together with the Queen of Cups? If you want me to keep calling you Joy, that's cool. You let me know. So we have the Three of Swords. Ooh. And the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is like, I'm here, but I'm not like here to stay. We have the High Priestess and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this King of Swords is not interested in like jumping into some long-term relationship with the Queen of Cups. May even just be stopping back for like, hey, you know, it's my grandma's birthday, so I'm going to celebrate them, and that's how it's going to go. So if you're going to choose somebody to be in a long-term relationship with, it probably shouldn't be me because I'm not very good at commitment. That's how the King of Swords seems to be viewing it. Like, I get it. I know that you're, like, interested or whatever, but I never said that I was coming back to, like, get married to you. I never said I was back in town because I missed you. I'm here because of other people. Hence the Three of Swords at the beginning. This is someone who feels a little bit heartbroken over what the King of Swords is saying. So you're not interested in me, or you haven't been waiting to see me after all of this time, then like, what are you really here for? Hello, Charles. How are you doing? Are you okay, Zorro? There a problem? Who are you talking to? Let's just be respectful. I don't know if you're upset with someone else or with something that I said, but I do expect you to be respectful to people in my live chat, okay? So we have Judgment and the Two of Wands. So I want this person who doesn't seem to want me, but I've already told this Emperor in the reverse that, like, I'm basically done with them. So this Queen of Cups seems to be trying to chase the King of Swords, who is not interested in that long-term connection. They're trying to leverage their physical attraction or attractiveness to get this King of Swords to give them a chance, but it's not what they want. It's not what that King of Swords wants. This is the Angel Tarot. Are you okay, hun? What's going on with you? If it's not making sense, you can start at the beginning. Perhaps that would help. Hello, Melanie. How are you doing? Remember, Melanie, that it may be not your story, or it could be that you're considering somebody like the King of Swords that has to be a man, and it could be that the King of Swords is actually a woman in your story. This is a general reading, of course. So we have the Hierophant. Divine forgiveness, obtains friendship and favors of the great, secures promises. This is like I'm leaving one relationship in hopes of starting one with someone else because you're finally back in town. I feel like you should choose me. We had this like great connection years ago or months ago, and I only said yes to this Emperor in the reverse because I didn't think you were ever going to come back. But now that you're here, my emotions have returned and I choose you. But the King of Swords is like, no. I think you have maybe made some assumptions here about whether or not I want to be in a relationship. Hello, Laura. How are you doing? We have the Nine of Cups and the Emperor. The Emperor is trying to offer everything that the Queen of Cups could possibly want, but they keep getting basically ignored or sidelined because all the Queen of Cups can think about is that King of Swords. Remember that the Queen of Cups also for some reason is holding a sword. And I feel like this is because the Queen of Cups is trying desperately, doesn't have to be a woman, remember, to be like the ideal partner of the King of Swords without realizing that perhaps this is just somebody who's not interested in a relationship at all. It doesn't matter how much they try, it's not going to align. Yes, that's correct, Redbeard. What else do we have? Hello, school. I hope you're having a good day. What else do we have? This is the Love Oracle, by the way. Twin Flames. Uh-oh. So part of the issue here is the Queen of Cups is very attached to this King of Swords, thinking that they are soulmates or that they have encountered each other in multiple lives. So they don't feel guilty over walking away from this Emperor in the reverse. They don't feel bad because it's like, well, if you were in my position, you would do the same thing. Hey, Sia. I'm sorry. I think we've talked to you about this a few times. What else do we have? Ecstasy. Chasing thrills, excitement, and good time. This is what the King of Swords is focused on. I'm not interested in settling down. Maybe, you know, someday I'll get into a serious relationship, but right now I'm just like looking to be unencumbered and just focus on what it is that I want. But unfortunately, this Queen of Cups took that leap of faith and already walked away and ended the relationship with the Emperor in the reverse. So now the Queen of Cups is sitting here with no partner, with nobody, even though that Emperor was very happy to be loyal to them. So we have possibilities. We have free-spirited, adventure, and risks. They take this risk to try to get back together with the King of Swords, and they end up losing the person who was faithful and loyal to them all along. So convinced they are that this King of Swords is their soulmate that they end up throwing away the good stuff that they do have in their life, the connection with somebody who is reliable. Hello, James. How are we doing today? Let me know if you want me to pull some cards for you, James. Happy to do so. Hardine, do you just mean with a regular tarot deck as opposed to an oracle deck? We're going to go with the untold messages of the heart, and then we'll dive into those personal questions, okay? You've been thinking about me because I've been thinking about you. We're connecting. I'm upset and I need some time to cool down. So this Queen of Cups makes their, makes their feelings known to the King of Swords, and they end up getting rejected, and they go back to this Emperor in the reverse, and the Emperor is like, I don't know, man, why should I take you back? You were just trying to end our relationship and be with that other person, who then ghosted you for the second time or told you they're still not interested in a commitment. How can I trust you? You clearly still want to be with that person who doesn't seem to want you. You could have told that King of Swords that you were not available, or that you decided to be with me, but instead you just cast me aside. I'm staying away from you because the last thing I want to do is hurt you. The King of Swords is aware that the Queen of Cups is like desperately in love with them, but they're not interested in that long-term relationship. So they know that they need to be kind of at a distance here and make it clear that they're not interested and not do anything that could be misconstrued as leading them on. I'm not ready to talk. I will only push you away. And then we have, I feel like an idiot for the choices I've made. I wasn't thinking clearly at the time. The Queen of Cups feels like they shouldn't have betrayed the Emperor in the reverse. They want to tell the Emperor in the reverse, we can still salvage this, but it looks like they may have already lost it. All right, let's see what we've got for those personal questions. We've got Hardeen, and then Ezio, Victoria, and then Joey, and Stephanie, and then James, did you answer? Let me know if you want me to pull some cards for you, James. Let's see. We're going to go with the Tarot of the Cat people for Hardeen. What is Hardeen's position in life and in spirituality, please? What is Hardeen's position in life and in spirituality, please? Wheel of Fortune. You are karma personified. Yeah. So you are a light in the dark for people who are unwilling to accept accountability or an invitation to change their ways. People see you and they feel like they can get what they want. But in reality, you're there to teach them a lesson. With this Two of Pentacles, it's like, do you want A or do you want B? What do you want? You choose. But the universe already knows what they're going to choose, and it's meant to show them they're choosing wrong when they deal with you. So there are a lot of people who have earned themselves some negative karma after dealing with you and not treating you the right way. It's not that you're harsh or mean or that you want people to get punished. It's that you show them that there's a better way, and oftentimes they still choose the wrong way. Eight of Swords, Hanged Man in the reverse, Nine of Wands in the reverse. So you are like an unofficial guide, right? Like, hey, I think this is actually probably the right way that you should be going. I don't know why you're going that way. And they don't take you seriously. But those that do take you seriously, or who take that little nudge and go and pivot, they end up seeing their life improve. So we have the King of Pentacles and Temperance. You're an earth angel, but many probably tried to vilify you or blame you for problems when really all you were doing was holding up the sign. You can go this way or you can go that way. You can choose to change your behavior and things get better for you, or you can keep down that same path of trouble and the trouble will only get worse. So with the World in the reverse, your main purpose here is you help people see that they need to change their patterns or their immature behavior. Not everybody listens to you, but you do convince some people or inspire some people to change their ways. Anything else for Hardeen, please? Ten of Wands and the High Priest. So the High Priest is like the Hierophant card, right? Yeah, you're here to help guide people, but you are not meant to be seen as like part of the trick or part of the reason this works is because there are some people who don't take you seriously. And those who do take you seriously, it ends well for them. Anything else? 8 of Wands in the reverse. King of Wands in the reverse. There are some people who try to send negative energy your way. People that you go no contact with, or people who do not take you seriously. You are protected from those people. You are protected from those people. So don't you worry. You're in your profession. You're in your purpose. So they can't touch you. So good work. You're inspiring the people who are willing to listen. All right, let's see what we've got for Ezio. What are people saying and or thinking about Ezio, please? What are people saying and or thinking about Ezio? Thank you, Hardeen. What are people saying and or thinking about Ezio? Page of Wands, Strength, 8 of Swords in the reverse. That you have recently come into your own or demonstrated courage when people were maybe expecting something different. There are people who have seen you mature or change. The stability is improving in your life because you're learning, you're observing the things that you see around you. I love the combination of Strength and Temperance because Strength is a very individual card to me. It's one person who's taming a lion. But Temperance has the combination of 2 types of energy here. So there's a balance. It's not just that you have strength or courage to be able to fight a battle. It's that you also know how to heal. So there's a balance that you're achieving and people are noticing it. So there's this new energy people are impressed with or that they're admiring. Hello, Bruce. I hope you're having a good day. Oh, even just your kind words make me smile. So thank you. I appreciate that. I wish for you much healing and abundance. Hello, daughter of Saturn. How are we doing today? Thank you for the star. So, Ezio, you may think that there are some people who say not so great things about you, or maybe even some of the people who were a little critical of you in the past are now very much in admiration of you. 9 of Pentacles. You've come into your own, like I said. There's this very genuine energy that people are picking up on from you. And some people are saying, I misjudged you. Even though you may not always feel like you belong, there are some people here who look up to you even if you don't see it. All right, let's see what we've got for Victoria. Sending you protective energy, Ezio. What should Victoria be doing while waiting for her husband? It's important for you to stay connected, whether that is with friends or family, reading or writing, doing some sort of hobby that you may enjoy in nature. There's a way for you to remain connected. It's perhaps tempting to be a bit of a hermit or to kind of close yourself off. That is not what you should be doing right now. So maybe you enjoy being a part of like a runner's club, or maybe you like to go to book club. This is saying make sure that you are still staying connected to others and focused on your healing. There could be a book that you've always wanted to read, or somebody who is an excellent mentor for you right now, but make sure that you are connected to others or consistently able to feel connected to others. So we have the Page of Wands in the reverse and the Six of Swords. There's something here that is going to help you to feel like things are moving forward in a very positive direction. And I feel like it's through friendship. We have the Five of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. So basically, let's not waste any time just because you're waiting for someone to figure out their stuff. There are things that help you to feel like you're moving forward or feel like you're healing from past wounds. Make sure you've dealt with the things that may require your forgiveness. Will Victoria's husband be coming back? I don't think your husband has decided fully. I think there's indecisive energy here. We have the Nine of Wands in the reverse and the Ace of Cups. It's, I know there's a strong love. I know that we have a good connection here, but I don't know how much I should fight for it. So he's still trying to figure that out. I do feel like there's negative influences around your husband telling him to give up and just, you know, move on. But he's not ready to do that. So he's at a crossroads trying to make that decision right now, trying to figure out if he could actually move forward without you, but he finds that to be a very difficult choice. I do feel like there's someone who has his best interests at heart, who's trying to provide some advice. There's negative influence and positive influence in his life right now. This is part of the reason he's feeling torn, because he feels like either way he could figure it out or make it work, but he's not ready to give up on you yet. Did I say hello to CTF? I don't think I did. How are we doing? All right, let's see what we've got for Joy. Oh, hold on. Let me write this down. Thank you, Ezio. Why do women feel the need to withhold truth and feelings? Withhold truth, feelings, and betray me in friendships and relationships. I'm so sorry you go through that, Ezio. I will ask for you, but I'm sending you healing energy. Just know that there are some women out there that will be good to you. If ever there's somebody who says, you know, all men or all women do this, I'm going to say that because there are exceptions to every rule out there, but your experience is valid, and the fact that you keep dealing with that upsets me, and I'm sorry that you're going through that. All right, so for Joy, we're going to go with the cats rule the earth. Ah, that's Scorpio karma, huh? Oh, Lord. I hope your lunch is going well. CTF, street tacos? Oh, I'm jealous. All right, so what does Joy need to know with regards to love life? What guidance or advice for the love life, please? We have Death in the reverse, Queen of Cups in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Nine of Swords in the reverse. That's kind of some stinky energy there. I'm going to tell you, there's someone who in your past you had fun with, you connected with, but there was always a lack of vulnerability with this person. They're going to try to come back into your life. They want to pursue something with you, but I think you can tell, your intuition is warning you that they are still not healed, or that they still don't know how to be emotionally available. So listen to your intuition when it tells you, no, I don't think we need to like get re-involved with this person. They're still dealing with the same problems. They have not changed. They have not gone through that ego death. Your intuition is going to tell you, nope, we don't want to do with that. Nope, we're not going back to that. When you make that choice and you reject this person from your past and you refuse to get drawn back into that cycle of toxicity or disappointment, that's when you meet an emperor. That's when you encounter someone who actually knows how to approach someone and how to be loving and caring. This is basically the admission ticket to a fresh chapter in love for you. Is really like one last time you got to reject that person from your past. So when you do that, it's like a checkpoint in a video game. You level up. And then all of a sudden, you encounter somebody who knows how to actually treat you. Tiana, how could you do that? I've never been so mad at you. Talk about brisket and mac and cheese. I don't get any. Did you bring it up for the rest of the class? Dang it. Not fair. All right. And what about job advice? What do we have for Joey Joy? We have the Six of Wands and the Three of Cups. I like this. There's someone here who is speaking highly of the job you do or the work ethic you possess. And I feel like there is imminent success coming your way. A victory, if you will. Tell me more, please. Tell me more, tell me more. Ooh, the Sun. I like this. The Page of Pentacles and the Fool in the reverse. So there's someone here who feels like you're the one with the answers. You're the one who figures things out, or you're the one who's reliable. And when you end up, I don't know, working for someone or getting someone the answers they need, they end up recommending you or talking about you in a very positive light to an important person. This could be someone who is hiring for promotion. This could be somebody who works at your competition. But there's someone here who's very impressed with you and feels like they can always rely on you when they don't know what to do. And they're talking about you in a positive way, earns you some sort of like street credit, or it maybe even leads to somebody wanting to interview you. Joey, do you mean like the past person? Dang it. Oh. Where did you go? Sorry, I dropped some cards, you guys. Go ahead. All right, I'm just going to ask based on how you asked it. Was it love at first sight? Yes. However you meant that question, the answer is yes. So there's somebody here who is talking about you in a positive way. And it's going to help you in your next step. So I'm wishing abundance for you. There's someone who thinks that you are the bee's knees or a very good worker, and they're telling someone who needs to hire someone reliable that you would be an excellent choice. So keep your eyes peeled. Make sure you're open to something that could be a little bit outside of what you normally would apply for. All right, let's see what we have for Stephanie. I'm rooting for you. For Stephanie, what is coming for Stephanie with regards to career, please? What is coming towards Stephanie with regards to career? And James, let me know if you wanted me to pull some cards for you. I don't know that I saw you answer, but I do appreciate you. And I hope you get some brisket in your life. All right. What is coming towards Stephanie for career, please? I see An ending that is or was rather difficult or unexpected, but it leads to a new opportunity. We have the King of Cups in the reverse, basically just saying, try to keep your expectations where they should be. Try to make sure that you can speak to frustrating or disappointing work experiences. Try to frame them up in the professional way. Yes, that was difficult to go through, or, you know, getting laid off or dealing with that, you know, company laying off the whole department, whatever it is that happened in the past. Find a way to frame it up as, this is what I learned from it. That wasn't the best way to do it, or, you know, I wish that that hadn't happened, or, you know, I wanted to stay there, but they weren't willing to, blah, blah, blah. Make sure the last part of your sentence or your paragraph there is, and here's what I was able to take away from it. Here's how I grew from that experience, right? But I see you being able to get a new opportunity. It's like you've learned or done this side, and now you're learning something different, or you're taking what you have experience in and shoehorning it into something adjacent. Hello, Landon. How are you doing? So we have the Fool in the reverse, the Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Swords in the reverse. I need you to be more confident about your ability to pivot into that adjacent role than you might initially be. You might be like, but I've only done this. I don't know if I can do that. Yes, you can. You can take what you've learned from that, and it only makes you more likely to be well-rounded when you deal with that new opportunity. So there's a possibility here of feeling a little bit of imposter syndrome. Nope, nope, nope. You have what it takes to be very successful, whatever this like slightly adjacent, slightly different type of role is. You're going to be great in it. Did we hear from James? James is not telling me. All right, I appreciate you, James. For ECO, we have, why do women withhold truth and or feelings and betray me in friendship and relationships? If you were to watch The Millionaire Matchmaker, there would be plenty of times where you would hear the phrase, your picker is off. I said picker, not with an E. You choose the wrong people, or you're not choosy enough. With the King of Wands and the Three of Cups in the reverse, it seems to me like you get swarmed by people who are just by their very nature not very loyal. People who are very pick-me, or, you know, they're willing to throw other people under the bus to get what they want. We have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, which is basically like, ew, no, I don't like that energy. So it starts by being more selective, by choosing to be by yourself versus hanging out with people who will talk about you behind your back or lie to your face. Cut them off. Change your circle, because you're surrounded by people who are liars. You deserve better than that. So you have the ability to shift your social experiences by seeking out different circles. If you've been friends with the same people for a decade or 3 decades, that's part of the problem. But I see you being able to connect with people who are more mature when you walk away from whatever this is. Maybe it's, you know, being friends with people from work. Maybe it's people you went to high school with. But I see there being a new chapter for you that impacts both your platonic life and your romantic life when you get away from these Queen of Swords and the reverse types. So maybe you are a bird watcher. Maybe you love architecture. Maybe you love to skateboard. I see you identifying with a different group and leaving behind an old social situation. Hello, James. How are you doing? Hello, Darth. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, John. LOL, James. Hey, Zoro, are you trying to advertise on my live chat? Is that what's happening right here? After you were blocked earlier? Huh? Is that what we're doing? I'm just curious. I'm just asking for a friend. Hey, Satya, would you like to try that again once more with a little bit more respect? My name's Carmen. You can call me Carmen. Hello. Thank you, daughter of Saturn. Let me add that for you. Do you see anything in or for my career? What's next? I've added that for you. Thank you, daughter of Saturn. Hey, Johnny. My name is Carmen. Please call me Carmen. All right. I'm going to ask you respectfully, Zoro. Please don't do that. Hey, Satya. Would you like to call me Carmen? That would make me feel better. Eh? What else do we have, please, regarding the social circle for Ezio? So I'm going to send you, know what I'm going to do? I want to light some sage for you right now. And if anybody wants to get in on this, that's cool. I'm here for you. But Ezio, we got to get rid of some of this energy that you've been dealing with. You see that? All right. We're letting go of that untrustworthy energy that has been circling around Ezio. No more of that. Time for some fresh energy. You want to try it again, Satya? Or you want me to block you? You choose. Hello, Shadows Angel. How are you doing? Hello, Felicity. I hope you're having a lovely day. Is Ryan playing games with me? I sure hope not, but we can pull some cards on that for you. Or is he just busy? I've added that for you. And let me add that for daughter of Saturn. Relationship, insight. Six months. All right, I think I wrote that as tiny as I possibly could, but we got that added for you. Ezio, if there's anything you can do to release some of the negative energy that has been around you, that's going to help to draw in some of that new, like that fresh social energy for you. But I do feel like the key here is to make sure that you are seeking out a new social environment based on some sort of hobby, okay? I love it when Carrie and James see each other. Y'all are adorable. Thank you, daughter. Daughter of Saturn, please feel free to call me out if I lose track of those 3 separate requests for you, but I think I got it written down. And you are up next. So I'm going to take care of all of those at the same time, and then it would be Felicity after that. Well, I'm glad to hear you've been good, Shadows Angel. Welcome back. All right, let's see. This is the Shadowscape Tarot. The first question we have for Daughter of Saturn is, what is coming up next for Daughter of Saturn with regards to career? What is coming up next for Daughter of Saturn in terms of career, please? Ten of Wands, Eight of Cups in the reverse, Nine of Swords in the reverse, Two of Wands in the reverse. There's some unexpected relief coming your way. This is like if you've ever been carrying like a ton of groceries into your place and you didn't think anybody was home, and then someone opens the door for you so you don't have to do it yourself. There's some relief headed your way that you do not expect. Shadows Angel, absolutely. There are actually a number of channels where people are working with homemade tarot decks. I have a homemade oracle deck, but yeah, I would definitely say yes. Intention is really important. Thank you, Felicity. So tell me more about this unexpected help, please. We have the Tower and the Eight of Swords. Literally, it's like, it's giving that moment that's almost unbelievable in movies where the hero is like tied up and about to be like, and reinforcements show up. Like, dun, 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 we're going to win. We're going to take you out. You can't do that to our friend. When you think things are like at their worst, maybe you're about to drop the gallon of milk as you're walking in, then somebody opens the door for you, right? So I need you to be very positive and manifest this helpful energy in, but it comes to save you, or it comes to provide relief just when you need it. Anything else regarding career, please? Queen of Swords in the reverse, Two of Cups, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. There's someone saying not very nice things about you, a past or a current colleague. This person's going to need to ask you a favor. This person's going to feel like they have egg on their face. This is like when people are driving to their interview, they're worried about being late, so they cut somebody off in traffic and they're like, haha. And then they show up for the interview and the person who's interviewing them is the person that they cut off in traffic. There's going to be someone who's going to be like, hey, daughter of Saturn. Wow, I really wish that I hadn't been mean to you because I need to ask a favor of you. Gosh, I'm so sorry that I was a jerk to you for like 3 whole weeks. You know what I mean? Like, yes, go on. What is it that you need? So there's going to be a little bit of karma that's served up right in front of your face for this person who has not been so kind to you. All right, as far as the relationship for daughter of Saturn, please, what insight do we have for the next 6 months? What insight do we have for daughter of Saturn on the next 6 months of relationship, please? Seven of Cups, confusion, choices. Two of Swords, you're going to need to make a pretty important decision regarding whether or not you want to be focused and dedicated or loyal to one person, or if it's time for you to like go back to the drawing board. This is based on whether or not somebody is willing to treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. If this person is unwilling to be held accountable, or if you're dealing with somebody who is not showing you the respect that you deserve, I'm not saying that you should use an ultimatum, but I do think that you need to have a date in your mind. If things haven't changed by this date, then I need to just like go do something else. I don't want it to be an ultimatum. It needs to be kind of like silent in your mind. Like, if you can't manage it by this time, then I'm out of here. If this isn't working the way that I think it should, then I'm going to go find what I need. So like August 15th, if you're here and you're not changed, then boop, 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 I'm gone. Deuces. Hello, Divine Earth. How are we doing? I should say Divine Earth Angel. Sorry about that. Yes, and people absolutely already use them that way, Shadows Angel. The only thing to keep in mind is a deck of playing cards is 52 cards, and a deck of tarot is 78 cards. So you're going to need to borrow a little bit from somebody else. All right, anything else regarding love or that relationship, please? 7 of Wands. Timing. There's a stopwatch here. You got this much time, but do not communicate this time. They got to know themselves that they need to be working on this, because I feel like you already communicated it. And if they don't know how to treat you, then you are better off on your own. If being in a relationship makes you feel lonely, then what merit is there of being in a relationship? If this person's not doing right by you, you're better off on your own. I do think there's a chance they're going to surprise you and do right. But if they don't by this time, then it's adios. And what else does Daughter of Saturn need to know? Justice in the reverse. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. 9 of Wands in the reverse and the 5 of Swords. I feel like you have a friend or acquaintance that is not really that trustworthy. And if you've been on the fence about whether or not you should continue to invest in this friendship, or maybe it's like a family connection, it's looking kind of like a, ooh, you're on notice as well. What's going on with this person? Because we have the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's better if we just go no contact. So I see both in terms of a relationship and a platonic connection or a family connection. There's someone here who's like playing in your face and you deserve better. Yes, exactly. Like, what do you need? A flow chart? If you treat me like this, then I leave. But this applies to a platonic connection as well. I see you coming through as the Emperor. Recently I saw a video of someone using a scythe, you know, like to cut long grass. And this dude was like a pro at it, okay? It's like, so I see you being very well-versed in how to walk away if someone doesn't know how to treat you. And that applies to a platonic connection as well. If they're going to be disrespectful, if they're going to try to manipulate you or gaslight you, adios. Clearing out the closet, but that doesn't mean that you're done making new friends, right? Or meeting new people. All right. Thank you, Daughter of Saturn. I'm wishing you abundant energy and like emotionally mature individuals in your life. Hello, ARW. How are you doing today? For Felicity, this is the Mystical Cat Tarot. Is Ryan playing games with Felicity? Yes. He's playing games. If he wanted to, he would. Right? 9 of C or 9 of Cups. He's over here like doing what he wants to do and telling you that, you know, oh, there's too much going on. I don't have time. I don't know if he's playing like video games or hanging out with an ex or just, you know, doing his own thing. But I don't think he's being honest with you about obligations or responsibilities or what he's doing with his time. We have the Sea Tom or the Knight of Cups in the reverse. And the 10 of Earth or 10 of Pentacles. I feel like you're offering up some high value connection here, and he's just kind of like, I don't know, maybe if I feel like it. So he's exaggerating. we have the Sea Queen or the Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody who's emotionally manipulative. Like if you were to catch this person breaking a rule or lying to you, like, oh, I can't go out tonight, I'm not feeling well. And then you go out to pick up some pizza and he's like in there with some buddies and you call him out, he would try to make you feel bad about it. Like, I'm sorry, what? Just let me get this straight real quick. You lied to me and I should feel bad for catching you lying to me? No. No, thank you. I'm not going to feel bad or feel crazy just because my intuition is telling me what you're actually getting up to. So your intuition, you should trust it more because you are pretty spot on. This is you. You're like, I'm sorry, that doesn't add up. Like, I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt over here, but like, I don't know. I don't know about you. You deserve better. This is someone who's got some immaturity issues. 4 of Sea or the 4 of Cups in the reverse. This is like, I look for excuses to distance myself or to like reject people because I'm scared to get close to people. Look, a lot of people go through that. I'm not judging people who have like the avoidance thing, but if you're not willing to deal with it, then let the people who are interested in being emotionally close, you know that you have no interest in that. So I'm just curious, is this somebody who's emotionally available, who's interested in felicity? Just, asking for science. Yep, sure is. This could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's someone who's enlightened and like actually knows how to deal with emotions, who's interested in you but has not pursued you. So, don't invest in something where you have to like ask someone to also invest. There's someone out here for you that would do that energy without you having to ask them. So you got this. You deserve better. All right, y'all, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the